Hey, welcome back to Ping Pong Flicks. My name is Chris Wong. The Godzilla anime, the Netflix movie, is coming out this November, and I can't wait to see it. I mean, anything possibly to fill my Godzilla void until the new Godzilla 2 King of the Monsters is very much welcome. Shin Godzilla 2, where are you at? But this is coming out in November, and they came out with this new trailer, and I hope you were able to go and check it out on YouTube, or if you've got Netflix, go ahead and get Netflix. Why don't you have Netflix? It's a little bit more story to it. It shows us the summary, pretty much where humans escaped Earth and Godzilla is completely destroying the city. We've seen that in the movies before. This is a little bit extended further. This is like the future. This is like what the Godzilla movies wanted to do, but they didn't have the budget, you know. Okay, but with an anime, they're able to do certain things that we've only dreamed about. Having a futuristic world be totally decimated, humans escape the world, and then they come back and find out, whoops, Godzilla is still alive. He is massive, and I think he's just got big, because in the scene where the airport or wherever that place is, Space Center, I don't know, he looks like he's maybe about the size of a building. He does one little quick roar, but when they come back from the future, he is this gigantic beast. He's just a mountain-sized Goliath walking through, and they're shooting at him, and it just doesn't have any effect on him. Problem with that, and I think I haven't seen enough. Okay, I need to see a lot more of Godzilla's movements, but for right now, from what I've seen in these teasers and trailers, it looks pretty lifeless, if you ask me. I'm used to this anime type, this rotoscope-ish, cel-shaded, I don't know what you would call it, but I'm used to this anime type. I've seen a lot of anime that does this type, and the last one that did it was Blame for the Netflix movie. They make it so bright. Because it's cel-shaded, they're trying to make it like anime, and so it's very bright and they're very skinned, and so when they're turning and doing things, you know, the textures and details doesn't actually uphold well. But I think it may be an easier way to animate larger type of movies this way as opposed to drawing. But the thing, there's a difference between drawing and this type of animation. It's very important that you rig it right, you rig the characters right, you animate every single part of the person right to make it look very good. And the people in here are animated very well. I think they're maybe even better than Blame. Okay, so the textures and things are better than Blame for sure. But when it came to Godzilla, and I said I've not seen enough, but he seems very lifeless. He barely moves. Like, even in the Godzilla movies, even when he gets shot, he flinches a bit, right? The only movement you see him doing in this trailer and the teasers is that one quick little lift up the tilt, rotating on that axis to get that one roar before it cuts to another scene. And I know this is just a teaser and a trailer, but I'm still not sold on Godzilla as an actual creature in this anime until I actually see him more in action. And when the movie comes out, I could probably be blown away and I would eat all my words. But right now, this Godzilla just seems lifeless. But I want to take it to the other side and say, I think that's the idea. Judging from this poster look, he looks like, if you look closely, you might not even think, like on a glance, if you looked at this poster on the wall, you see the characters in front, but he looks like a cloud. It's like, what's that giant, massy cloud or mountain in the background? And that's fine, because if that's a representative, he's like a force of nature, of Mother Earth, then yeah. He's supposed to be a mountain. He's supposed to be slow and lumbering, unmoving, this giant creature that doesn't give a rat's butt about anything else around him. He is just surviving. He's just living. He's just a living behemoth, you know, and that's fine. If that is the case, if that's the route they want to take this, if that's the type of picture they want to portray for this Godzilla, I'm totally fine with that. But if they were trying to portray a one where it's a monstrosity that has character, it's not showing there. It's just literally small movements and just lumbering towards. Because when the movie comes out and he's that slow lumbering with very little movement, but they portray him as a giant monster of Mother Earth that's natural. It's almost uncreature-like, but a giant mountain. Then I'm okay with it. If he's supposed to be a creature that has character, that has a thought process, that he is actually trying to do something on Earth, he's actually has a motivation and a will, or an actual feeling of a character in it, then it's not being animated right now. I can't see that animation, and I can't wait to see the movie to see what actually is the character of Godzilla here. And if you're one of the people who haven't really watched Godzilla and saying that he has no character, he does. If you watch all the different Godzillas, even the slightest movements with the eyes, the mouth, and how he looks around, there is a character in a lot of those movies. There is something, you can feel like there's something there within his mind. He's actually thinking or comprehending something. Even in Godzilla 2014, when he looks up as one of the Mutos is flying towards him, you can feel that thought process, like, well, this is not gonna work if I charge at him. I'm gonna use my tail and take him out. You know, it's got that thought process in him. The other Godzilla movie that doesn't have that is Shin Godzilla. And the original Godzilla 1954, I would probably debate that they both didn't have that feeling of a character. But that, in those two movies, they were meant to be a driving force of nature that you cannot stop, you cannot rid of, and it has no feeling, no emotion, nothing like that. It's just lumbering through, tearing out everything in its path, and so that's that type of Godzilla. So I'm really interested to see what type of Godzilla this Godzilla anime is going to portray. The lumbering behemoth that doesn't care about anything in the world, or an actual monster that has character, and you can actually see his character within his eyes, within his motions, and within his movements. Alright guys, what did you guys think of Godzilla the anime trailer? And what do you guys think of finally seeing more of Godzilla in the anime? And probably the first anime Godzilla, or a cartoon version of him, since Godzilla 1998. Alright guys, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.